They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got Mason complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this throw will be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Powering forward, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
To throw on second down, Shelley. And his throw is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Shelley. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Mason. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete. The Falcons at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
In motion left goes a tight end. On second down, Elliott once more. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Looking to throw on second down. Shelley. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Back to throw. Shelley. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Shelley. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Moore, the man in motion. On first down, Shelley. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Ezekiel Elliott. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Shelley, he'll get this to Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd and 2, Shelley dancing to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Will Fuller from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have moved out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off-play action. Shelley. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. Runs over him, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Moore, the man in motion. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Shelley. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw. Shelley. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Here we go. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Ready? Back to throw again. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Shelley. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Shelley flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Operating from the gun, Shelley. That is caught by Anderson. He's got room at the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Carolina. 44 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. pass. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They bring the man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. To throw on second down, Shelley. It's complete to Fuller. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That caught by Tremble. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 quarters in the books. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's got some space here. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Elliott running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now Elliott hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this?
And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. To throw on 3rd down, Shelley. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
And the Panthers first down.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got great heat.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Die the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look.